And by the way, this is really interesting. Frank McAvoy sent me an email saying, on the topic of gay marriage, one thing that mystifies me is that during all the bickering about the topic, no one mentions that the church performed same-sex marriages from 800 to 1000 AD. The ceremonies are still on the books in obscure places. These ceremonies often asked for the blessings of Saint Serge and Saint Bacchus, gay saints martyred in Syria. You certainly won't hear that discussed, will you, Lewis?
Absolutely not. I'm sure you won't hear that in any church in the country.
A pharmacist is refused to sell a man Plan B for his wife because he, quote, might be giving it to rape victims. This is a Texas man who is now enlisting the ACLU to help him sue CVS for gender discrimination. A pharmacist refused to sell him the emergency contraception. Jason Melbourne had already visited 4 families looking for Plan B for his wife when he was referred to a CVS in Mesquite, Texas, about 15 miles from home. They had 1 box left. He got there. The overnight pharmacist, Minnie Matthew, told Jason Melbourne she wasn't going to sell it to him. In order to buy the meds, she needed to talk to and see the ID of his wife, who was at home with their kids. He asked why. The fine print says it just have to be 17. Doesn't say anything about you have to be a woman. And he says, I've bought this before. It's never been a problem. And the pharmacist, when he asked the pharmacist to show him, where does it say you can't sell this to a man? The pharmacist just didn't want to hear it. Not surprising, Lewis.
This isn't the first time we've had a story like this. I can't remember the
I
last
looked it
one we
up.
talked
I have
about.
it right here. January 2011, a pharmacist denied an anti-bleeding medication to a woman because the woman might have had an abortion.
That was it.
So the male pharmacy tech in Texas informed Melbourne they didn't want to sell emergency contraception to men because they might be giving it to rape victims potentially. Now, here's the thing. I can actually understand an angle of this. Not in the sense that I don't understand the moral argument that is being made here. However, it is true that imagine a situation where a man has committed a rape and he is detaining the woman somewhere. That rape has not been reported, and the man is trying to preemptively end a pregnancy that may have been created. He goes out, he buys Plan B, forces the woman to take it.
Or goes out and buys Plan B and then rapes someone and...
Right.
Yeah.
I actually can understand that. What do you think of that, Natan? I mean, and I'm not saying I actually think this story is completely despicable, but there should be some method of making sure that a woman is not being forced to take this and that rapes are going unreported as a result. But that's a more broad question. That has nothing to do with men buying Plan B.
Right. I mean, ultimately, you have to assume will come down to the victim taking the initiative and reporting if they're able to, if they're not, whatever. But yeah. I mean,
what this comes down to, Lewis, is almost like bad science fiction. It's a pharmacist so delusional that she thinks she's the sex police.
Right. And obviously, the situation that you just mentioned is not the situation here, and the law is very clear that she had no right to do this. So it's pretty cut and dry.
Absolutely, Lewis. No questions for Lewis on this one. He's able to kind of really simply address a lot of these issues. I don't even know why we discuss them.
They're simple issues. That's really the thing here.
Very good, Lewis. Congratulations. Facebook, Lewis, you're on the Facebook page now, right?
The Facebook?
The Facebook page passed 3,000 likes, and it would be great if you added one more. Facebook.com/David Pakman Show. And hoodies and T-shirts made from recycled materials now available. Lewis's David Pakman Show hoodie is on the way. It has been ordered.
Has it?
Yeah, and I will be.
I'm skeptical.
I'll be presenting it to you on the program, and it'll be incredible.
Like a ceremony?
It'll be ceremonial.
Okay.
DavidPakman.com.
Oh, hold on. I want the Korean techno music playing while I'm presenting.
When you put it on. We'll do the whole thing.
All right.
DavidPakman.com/gear. Let's take a break. Dennis Campbell will be back after the break, and still a lot more to talk about, so stay tuned.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.